Donald Trump prides himself on being the master negotiator. He's been in office for just 18 months. His Russian counterpart has served as prime minister or president for 18 years.
We have not been getting along very well for the last number of years, but I think we will end up having an extraordinary relationship.
Уважаемый господин президент, мне очень приятно встретиться с вами здесь.
两人的过招早在峰会登场前就开始了。
Where we were expecting the press conference to start in about a half an hour's time, but we are way behind schedule. The reason for all of the tardiness is that Vladimir Putin, true to fashion, was fashionably late arriving here in Helsinki.
普丁是迟到的惯犯。2016年，他与日本首相安倍晋三会面，迟到了近3个小时。最高纪录是在2014年，他迟到了4小时又15分钟。那次的苦主是德国总理梅克尔。有人说，这是普丁掌握主导权的方式，正如他的前辈史达林一般。
The central government of the people is established.
The Chinese expected a lot from their new regime. They had heard the communists promise to build a fairer society. With his plans, Mao went to Moscow to ask Stalin for economic help and to consolidate the strategic alliance with the USSR. The Chinese leader felt huge admiration for his Soviet counterpart, who nevertheless treated him with contempt and made him wait 2 days before seeing him.
不过，川普也不是省油的灯，他坚持待在旅馆，等普丁先抵达峰会会场，才要出发。
Вот кортеж президента Путина мчится по улицам Хельсинки. Для небольшого города событие экстраординарное. На улицах сотни людей с телефонами и камерами. Автомобиль – это тот самый новый отечественный президентский лимузин. Первый раз он используется за рубежом. А вот уже кортеж Трампа направляется в сторону президентского дворца.
Финляндия несколько раз становилась местом переговоров Москвы и Вашингтона. Скажем, в 1969-м именно здесь начались консультации для подписания соглашения об ограничении стратегических вооружений. А в 90-м, незадолго до развала СССР, встреча Михаила Горбачева и Джорджа Буша-старшего.
Назвала президентский дворец. Построенный в начале 19 века, в свое время он был резиденцией российских императоров. Именно в этом оппоненты Трампа видят дурной знак. Россия, мол, сыграет практически на своем поле.
Владимир Путин проходит в президентский дворец, историческое здание в центре Хельсинки. В составе делегации министр Лавров и помощник главы государства Ушаков. Путин оставляет запись в книге почетных гостей. И вот протокольное фотографирование. Президент России приветствует читу Трампов. К церемонии присоединяется и его финский коллега с супругой.
President 终于原定在7月16号下午1点20分举行的历史性双普会，在延迟1个小时后顺利展开。
President Trump will be the 4th U.S. president to hold a summit with Russian President Vladimir Putin. He should remember that others have been there before him. Presidents Clinton, George W. Bush, and Obama.
Разговор уже не на полях международных встреч, как было в прошлом году на 20-ке и саммите АТЭС.
ТЭС во вьетнамском Дананге. Пересеклись Путин и Трамп лишь по пути на церемонию фотографирования. Пожали руки и обменялись несколькими фразами. Запуганный собственным окружением, Трамп тогда так и не решился на длительное общение с российским президентом, хотя предварительно и настраивался на плодотворную встречу. Теперь же глава Белого дома на своем настоял. С Владимиром Путиным он хочет пообщаться за закрытыми дверями, да еще и 1 на 1, без помощников.
И тем выше интерес СМИ. Время, отведенное для съемок, закончено. Прессу просят на выход. Примерно через 2 часа начинаются переговоры с участием делегаций. Разговор в формате рабочего обеда. Съемка сугубо протокольная, однако было слышно, как Трамп несколько раз произнес: «Очень хорошая встреча». Журналисты пытались добиться ответа. Несколько раз выкрикивали вопросы об итогах встречи с глазу на глаз. Трамп ограничился короткими ремарками.
7月16号晚间6点10分，川普与普丁一同出现在会场，全世界都没有料到，这将会是一场撼动美国政坛的记者会。
Once again, President Trump mentioned the issue of the so-called interference of Russia in the American elections, and I had to reiterate things I said several times, including during our personal contacts, that the Russian state has never interfered and is not going to interfere into internal American affairs, including election process.
The president was asked to choose. Who does he believe, Putin or his own intelligence agencies?
I have President Putin. He just said it's not Russia. I will say this, I don't see any reason why it would be.
With the eyes of the world on Helsinki, President Trump accepted the word of Vladimir Putin over considerable evidence from the U.S. intelligence community and Justice Department that Russia attacked American democracy.
So I have great confidence in my intelligence people, but I will tell you that President Putin was extremely strong and powerful in his denial today.
It was an extraordinary moment in American history, a new chapter in the long, rocky road of U.S.-Russia relations. It wasn't the president's repeated denial of election interference that drew Republican condemnation, but the fact that he did so at Putin's side.
Zero collusion. I say it all the time. There was no collusion. There was no collusion with the campaign.
Putin echoed those words.
We should be guided by facts. Can you name a single fact that would definitively prove the collusion? This is utter nonsense.
We can actually permit official representatives of the United States, including the members of this very commission headed by Mr. Mueller, we can let them into the country and they will be present to this questioning. But in this case, there's another condition. This kind of effort should be a mutual one.
The White House pulled the plug on allowing Moscow to question certain Americans, including Michael McFaul, the former U.S. ambassador to Russia, and American-born financier Bill Browder.
For instance, we can bring up Mr. Browder in this particular case. Business associates of Mr. Browder have earned over $1.5 billion in Russia. They never paid any taxes, neither in Russia nor in the United States. And yet the money escaped the country. They were transferred to the United States. They sent a huge amount of money, $400 million, as a contribution to the campaign of Hillary Clinton. Well, that's their personal case. It might have been legal, the contribution itself, but the way the money was earned was illegal.
Speaking to CNN's Kate Baldwin, Browder said Putin wants to kill him.
I've told people for a long time that I believe that I'm Putin's #1 foreign enemy.
Sanders said it is a proposal that was made in sincerity by President Putin, but President Trump disagrees with it.
And for Putin, a question about blackmail.
Does the Russian government have any compromising material on President Trump or his family?
I heard about that we had allegedly collected compromising materials on Mr. Trump when he came to Moscow. Respected colleagues, when Mr. Trump came to Moscow, I didn't even know that he was there.
By day's end, Putin answered another lingering question.
President Putin, did you want President Trump to win the election, and did you direct any of your officials to help him do that?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Because he talked about bringing the U.S.-Russia relationship back to normal.
I do feel that we have both made some mistakes. I think that the probe is a disaster for our country. And if anybody watched Peter Strzok testify over the last couple of days, and I was in Brussels watching it, it was a disgrace to the FBI, it was a disgrace to our country, and you would say that was a total witch hunt. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you.
You have been watching perhaps one of the most disgraceful performances by an American president at a summit in front of a Russian leader.
And that's what made it disgusting. That's what made his performance disgusting. I'm sorry, it's just the only way I feel. It's not a right or left thing to me. It's just wrong. A U.S. president on foreign soil talking to our biggest enemy or adversary or competitor, I don't know how we define them these days, is essentially letting the guy get away with this and not even, offering a mild criticism.
The shock of seeing the American president standing next to Vladimir Putin and essentially taking his side against American intelligence was stunning.
The shockwaves extending across the globe. One British headline reads, Putin's poodle.
Right here in Helsinki, Trump 0, Putin 1.
Time magazine making the point on its cover, showing the faces of the two leaders morphing into one. In Russia, there were no surprises from the Helsinki summit. Here, people have come to expect to hear Putin and Trump sing the same tune.
We will be able to maximize our fighting chance to get the ultimate success in the issue of Syria. And speaking about having the ball in our court in Syria, President Trump has just mentioned that we've successfully concluded the World Football Cup. Speaking of the football, actually, Mr. President, I'll give this ball to you, and now the ball is in your court. All the more that the United States will host the World Cup in 2026.
President Trump seemed pleased, patting it affectionately.
That's very nice. That will go to my son, Barron. We have no question. In fact, Melania, here you go.
The U.S. ambassador to Russia got it on the bounce and passed it to Melania, who held it in her lap.
I would rather take a political risk in pursuit of peace than to risk peace in pursuit of politics. It's in the interest of both of our countries. I'm sure we'll be meeting again in the future, often, and hopefully we will solve every one of the problems that we discussed today. So, again, President Putin, thank you very much.
再次见面的时间就在今年秋天。